It has been a month and a half since I've last done a tag video, and so naturally to make up for that, I'm going to be doing a tag video 2 weeks in a row, so get ready for that. Hello everybody, my name is Danny, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the Writer Stereotypes tag. I was tagged by the lovely Crystal, and so I will link her video down in the description, as well as the original tag video, and you can go check those out after this video is over. So basically, this tag has 5 questions all about the stereotypes that surround writers and things of that nature, and so I'm just gonna get into those questions. So question number 1 are, what are 3 writing stereotypes that do not apply to you? And so the first stereotype that I think of when I think of writers is that all writers are misanthropic loners, and this just isn't true about me, or about most of the writers that I know. I am an introvert, but I also consider myself a people person, and I really like being part of a community. And so, even though I definitely value my alone time, I really do like people and talking and hanging out with them. The second stereotype I think of is that all writers are coffee addicts and get that caffeine kick to get their day going. I am not a coffee person at all. I do like coffee flavored things like ice cream, but coffee itself is just not my thing. I'm not really big into warm drinks in general. Like, I enjoy tea and hot chocolate on the occasion, but it's not something that I reach for regularly, and coffee, especially like hot coffee, is just not it for me. And the third stereotype is that all writers are amazing spellers, and I definitely am not. I feel like my brain and my fingers just aren't connected when I'm typing, because I will like start writing a word and I'll get the right letters, just never in the correct order. And like if someone's out and asks like, "Hey, how do you spell this word?" Like, I'm usually pretty good at being like, "Oh, it's whatever the spelling is," and I'll get it right then. But when I'm typing, I'm just a mess. I can't spell anything correctly. My documents always have a million red squiggles underneath all the words. Question number 2 is, what is the hardest part about writing for you? And for me, it's actually transitioning from one step to the other. So, for example, if I'm drafting, I will have a good time drafting and I'll be killing it. If I'm editing, I'll have a good time editing and I'll be getting some good work done. But having to switch that mindset from drafting mode to editing mode, it just takes me a while and I'll feel stuck because I won't know how to like pivot into that new stage of the writing journey for me. And so it takes a lot of like hyping myself up and like trying to convince myself to actually start this next step. But once I get into that next step, it's actually pretty easy for me to keep going with it. Question number 3 is, do you ever feel imposter syndrome about being a writer or a YouTuber? And to that, I just have to say that I am autistic, and because of that, I often feel imposter syndrome just about being a human being and existing. So, of course, I feel imposter syndrome as a writer and a YouTuber sometimes, but I tell myself that, I'm doing this for fun and I am enjoying it, and I may not be the best at what I do, but I'm pretty dang good at it, and like I said, I'm having fun, so why not keep going with it? Question number 4 is, do you generally receive skepticism or support from your writing, about your writing? And definitely in the past year since joining the AuthorTube community here on YouTube and making more friends with other writers, I feel a lot more support. Everyone is so encouraging and helpful, and it's not that I didn't have that support before, it's just that like my family and my friends who aren't writers aren't like, they're not unsupportive, but they definitely don't understand where I'm coming from, so it's more of a like, cool, that's nice, I'm happy for you, but they don't understand what it's like to be a writer, so they can't really fully offer that support that creative people need when they're embarking on these kinds of projects. And question number 5 is, what advice would you give to new writers? And for that, I would just say, write the kind of thing that you would want to read, because I guarantee that someone out there also wants to read that sort of thing. And it's just a lot more fun when you write the kind of things you enjoy. If you're gonna write something just because you think it'll sell or something like that, you're not gonna have fun with it, and it's gonna make writing feel more like a chore than something you enjoy, and that's definitely not something that you want to have happen to you. And so those are the 5 questions, and now I'm gonna tag some people. So I would like to tag Caitlin Ash and Devasia from the channel Grapefry, and also Laura Nettles, because I feel like those are people I don't really tag and stuff, and we're all part of the same community, so I'd like to get more involved and friendly. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel for more content. Like I said, next week's video is also going to be a tag video. And so, yeah. Bye guys!